Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be discussing Legends Tomorrow and Batwoman, the cancellation news we got Friday. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button below, subscribe for notifications on. We're going to get right into it. So Friday, we got the first cancellation of Batwoman, which was announced like early afternoon hours. And then a few hours after that, we got another confirmation that Legends Tomorrow is canceled. Now, the Batwoman one, I wasn't really surprised by. The Legends Tomorrow one, I was heavily surprised by because the past 4 years, CW has really considered canceling the show but never did it. So I was like, okay. But this year was different. They were heavily considering canceling not only Batwoman but also Legends, meaning they wouldn't go to Legends being a final season. I would hope the final season. And then Batwoman to a season 4, which again, probably would have been the final season. Now, Batwoman had a ending point, from what I've heard. I didn't really care for these two shows because the writing was... So, which Legends has always been over the past 4 years. Whether or not people want to agree with that, a majority there was community does. It's just the Legends people don't agree with that. Which is fine, you have your opinions, whatever. But, to me, I am glad that Batwoman Legends have been canceled because it brings in a chance for new shows. Gotham Knights is going to be a train wreck. We all know that. We should know that. But Justice U, which has been in development hopefully for a while now, like, we haven't heard anything about it, but they haven't said anything about it either, right? And if the show is happening, like, that's going to be a big kind of CW, just because it's starring John Diggle. Like, he's the second main person to start the Arrowverse next to Oliver. I mean, we need new shows. And The Flash is kicking up. You know, Lois is good. Stargirl's good. I mean, Naomi's going places. So it's like, which Naomi isn't technically part of the Arrowverse yet, but God knows that'll probably change in like a season or two. I mean, we're at a point where we have all these shows. If they aren't living up to the level that we want them to be at, kick them off. Flash, I know a lot of people haven't watched Season 8 and are still hanging on the show, but Season 8 really did redeem the show. And if you're watching the show, you know that. Lois is like a movie every episode, and everyone loves it. Stargirl, which is part of the Arrowverse, whether you want to agree with that or not, it's a fact. Don't argue with me on it. It is a fact. Stargirl's part of the Arrowverse now, and has been for a while. And no, it's not because of Crisis. Like, now we're down to 3 Arrowverse shows. We went from 5 to 3 in a span of a few hours. Like, we need new shows. And Legends Tomorrow, again, whether you want to admit it or not, should have ended like 4 years ago. Batwoman should have been canceled a year ago. I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel bad for the actors, the producers, the writers. I really do. They obviously just lost their jobs here. But if they didn't want to lose their jobs, maybe they should have made the shows better. I mean, that's something that you should look at. Like, seriously, they could have made Batwoman 100 times better than it was. But I do think they got screwed over by Ruby Rose for leaving because she was a spoiled little brat, which, you know. So, I mean, it's something along those lines. So Batwoman was going to be screwed over. And then they just couldn't figure out a groove to get Javicia, who's playing Ryan Mother, the new Batwoman, like, getting to the point of becoming Batwoman, actually having her own show. And while I didn't watch Season 3, I know people said it was good. I just didn't see it. I loved Javicia playing Batwoman in the Flash Armageddon episodes that she was in. I think she was amazing in all those scenes because it was good writing. Which I know for some people it's like, what the hell, Flash has good writing? It does now, if you pay attention to it. But Batwoman never had good writing, even with Ruby on. But I just really feel like Javicia never got her shot at actually being a good superhero, besides the Flash. And that was the only time I really liked Javicia as Batwoman. It wasn't her, it was the writing that makes her good. And the writing on Batwoman just isn't good. And Legends, I mean, to me, after Season 3, the show just died. I mean, the show was not good. And the ratings showed that. Legends, Batwoman, Naomi were the 3 lowest DC TV shows, period, based off of ratings. Now, I'm not saying CW canceled these two shows because of ratings. They canceled it probably because they realized the shows aren't doing that well, and, you know. Now, I will give the Legends of Tomorrow fans this. I do feel bad for you, because you got a finale that had cliffhangers in it, and you guys just got screwed over. Now, the Batwoman writers, I want to give a huge appreciation to, because they knew that they were possibly going to get canceled. They didn't know, like several months ago, they were going to get canceled, but they knew it was a chance, and they didn't want to take it, so they decided to give the fans... I don't know if they have a cliffhanger in there, but they tied up everything just in case this would be the end. One of the smaller writers knew, but they didn't give a crap. I'm not saying they don't care about their fans, but man, they should have done better. Like, I was talking to a couple people earlier on different social medias about this, and they were saying the episode before the season finale felt like a series finale, but they added that one episode in that made it a season finale, not a series finale. So then it just got screwed over. And you would think if you're writing this show and you know, or you have a feeling this show might be canceled, the CW literally said like a week before that they're severely considering canceling Legends and Batwoman, or around that time period, the writers should have done better job at giving the fans a finale, series finale, just in case the show was canceled. Because right now on Twitter and on Discord and on whatever else, we're getting so many people complaining and crying pretty much over the show not getting a legit finale, to the point where there's like 100 petitions going around. And people are asking HBO Max, which someone at HBO Max responded saying they're going to look into it. I'm like, let the show end. I don't care if you're a fan. I was talking to a fan of Legends tomorrow, and they're like, we need the show to just end. If they canceled it for a reason, the writers can put out some, like, what the show would have ended like to make the fans happy. We don't need the show to come back. I don't care, you know, what universe you're in. The show was canceled. There are hundreds and thousands, probably millions of shows that people like that get canceled, but you don't see them going on a ranting spree or a petition signing spree trying to get a show picked up. That's not fair to the hundreds of thousands of other shows that get canceled a year, in a month, or a couple months. It isn't fair. But I'm not going to tell Legends fans that, because, of course, you know, they're going to attack people who disagree with them, because that's what they do. It's like Flash haters. You disagree with them, they're going to bite your butt off. Now, someone made a good point. What if Arrow had been canceled, right? Because for the past couple of days, I've been like, okay, whatever. But someone made a good point that if Arrow had been canceled, what my reaction have been? Now, Season 7 finale was a series finale for Arrow. It was. Even Steven Amell said that. He said Season 8 is like a coming back to Arrow, like we've been gone for years or so, and this is the final, like, actual final season. The Season 7 finale felt like a series finale because we're saying goodbye, everything was wrapped up. That's what it was. They didn't do that for the possibility of the show being canceled. They did it because it was just a way to tie into Crisis and the way to fully say goodbye to characters and we wouldn't see next season. Legends could have done that. They could have, but they didn't. And so I understand where the fans are coming from. I feel sympathy for you all. But man, if the writers really cared, if they really paid attention, we wouldn't be here. Like, I'm not saying the show wouldn't have been canceled. It probably would have been anyways. But if the writers really gave a crap and actually paid attention, right? And I know a lot of you are going to disagree with this statement. They could have ended the series properly and not say, oh, we're going to add another finale, which the second to last episode did feel like a finale, series finale. But they added a season finale and just screwed everyone over. Even though they knew the show would be canceled, they didn't care. Or they knew on some level it would be. And now we have fan accounts nonstop tweeting every day, you know, ever since Friday, today, and several times crying over the show being canceled. I get it. 7 years is a long time. It's been with you for a long time. I respect that. I respect the fans. I truly do. But you can't just say, oh, this show's done. Screw the other shows that have been canceled over the years. Let's get this one show back for like 2 episodes to conclude the show. No, we don't need the show back. If it does come back, first off, it won't be on CW. Second, it definitely won't be on HBO Max, because HBO Max should know better. I mean, come on. And Netflix, I could see doing it, but at the same time, I could see them just blowing it out of the water. I don't see Legends being picked up ever again. This show is done. It should be done. Like, you could argue the same thing for Flash. It should be done by now, but the Flash will probably end season 9 or 10. I think that's a good marking point for Flash. Arrow, I think, could have easily made it season 9 or 10, especially if it comes back. But Legends was just running out of stuff. I mean, they killed off or made the main leads of the show leave the damn show. The only main lead on this show from season 1 and 2 and even 3 that are still on this damn show was Sarah. And even then, that Sarah wasn't our freaking Sarah. It was an alien or whatever the thing is. Like, the show killed off every main character or made the other main characters leave. Like, it's a fact. You can't deny that. There was nothing the show could do. It's done the same crap for the past 7 years. They didn't bring originality to it. They didn't make anything different. They didn't. So it made perfect sense for this show to be canceled years ago, but CW kept pushing it off. I'm glad CW canceled it. Do I feel bad? Yes. But at the same time, I don't, because we need new shows. Like, Legends and Batwoman are just wasted time slots they could have filled up, but they wasted it. They wasted 2 hours over these shows. And we could have had Justice U, Green Arrow and the Canaries could have happened, but they didn't, because they let Legends go on. Now, I'm not saying Green Arrow and Canaries is given a red light because of Legends or Batwoman being on, but you really have to consider the fact that the reason it was red lit was because, more than likely, they didn't have time slots. They really didn't. They waited a full year. You can't just do that. They waited a year because they were probably waiting to see what's going to happen with these 2 shows, because they knew Flash and Lois and Stargirl, which does the CW very well in ratings. You know, these 2 shows might have ended. They probably would have greenlit Green Arrow and Canaries. They probably would have greenlit Justice U by now. But they haven't. And it is so irritating and annoying to know that Legends probably ruined our best chance at the best DC TV show out there, which would have been Justice U next to Superman, Lois, and Flash. And Stargirl. I mean, it's depressing. And also, I've been hearing all day about how Legends is the best DC TV show, CW show out there. Clearly, all those people do is watch Legends. They don't give a crap about Superman, Lois, Flash, Stargirl. But those 3 shows carry the CW. They do. And when you look at it as a whole, if they had to choose a DC TV show to go, Superman, Lois, Flash, Stargirl, Legends, or Batwoman, you're going to choose Batwoman or Legends. You ain't choosing the 3 shows that carry the CW. You're going to choose the 2 shows that pretty much ruin it. Now, I'm not saying the 2 shows ruin the entire network, but the Arrowverse did drop when Batwoman came out, when Legends started going downhill. I mean, it just didn't do well. And Crisis, I mean, good lord, Crisis was a nut bar because of Legends screwing up that final part. And long and behold, in the Legends part, we got the quote-unquote Justice U in, which is now just blown to bits because the only people we have left on the league with the show is Bear and Clark, and that's it. All the other people are either dead or they're not on, on the shows anymore. Supergirl ended. Ollie's dead. Ryan, Sarah. The hell, it wasn't even Ryan on the Justice League. They aren't even, having shows anymore. So Crisis is literally for nothing. We can all look at that and say Crisis was just dead from the get-go. It was a horrible crossover. Legends didn't help anything with that. So it really does make something different when you say what did Legends really accomplish the past, like, 4 years? I'll give Legends this. The first 3 years of the show, it was good. The last 4 years, it was dog crap and just ruined the Arrowverse in general. You can disagree. I'm not going to argue with you. I don't really care. It's my opinions. You want to hate on me for it. But the Arrowverse really dropped because of these two shows. Flashbacks and Lois, Stargirl, they're carrying the CW. They're carrying the DC TV. They're carrying the Arrowverse, which is really lifting right now. We need new blood. We need new shows. Even Gotham Knights, which, God almighty, is going to be horrible. And Justice U, which would be amazing to have. Now, the reason why I'm saying Gotham Knights would be horrible is because Batwoman's writers are going to that damn show, and then yet again, they're getting a chance to kill off Bruce Wayne and not even go off of the comics. It's going to be a completely new, uncomic accurate show that's just going to go down the toilet and ruin DC TV again because the writers have zero idea what they're doing. They literally showed that in Batwoman, and CW decided to give them a new show? No. I will be pleased when Gotham Knights is canceled. We need Justice U to happen. We need Arrow to come back. And if at all possible, give Green Canary something to give the fans who want that show, either renew it now, bringing the show back, living Arrow's legacy, or bring Arrow back. You have 2 time slots, CW. You forget the Legends fans, forget Batwoman, care about the Arrow fans for once, bring in Justice U, screw Gotham Knights, and there you go. You can have an easy year, CW, which you haven't had an easy one in the past couple of years. You have an easy year. You canceled 2 of the worst shows on your network. You made the Arrowverse better just in a couple days. You can make it even better. Bringing back Arrow, bringing back Justice U, bringing in Justice U. There you go. Easy as that. That's how you make the Arrowverse come back to what it was. That's how you bring back old fans. That's how you do it. Legends fans, they're going to be in their own little corner, right? Like the couple thousand of them compared to like 100 of thousands of Flash fans, Lois fans, Stargirl fans. I mean, no, we ain't going to give a crap about them. But majority of the Arrowverse fans want Arrow to come back. Majority of the fans want Justice U to happen. We didn't ask for Gotham Knights. We didn't ask for Batman. We didn't ask for Legends to continue. At least the majority of us didn't. Come on. We can do a lot here. So let's try to get that done at least. But yeah, pretty much a rant video. But I hope you guys somewhat enjoyed. This is just my opinion video. I mean, I don't know what you guys want me to do for these videos, but I mean, it really did. It was coming. And if you guys didn't know that, I'm sorry, but you should have paid more attention. At least for Legends. Batwoman was kind of out of the blue, but I wasn't really surprised. But Legends, I mean, it was coming one way or another. Everyone should have known that. I mean, I think we all knew that, but no one wanted to accept it. And long and behold, here we are. So, let me know in the comments down below your opinions about the cancellations. That's the video. Stay safe, have a good day, have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.